Welcome to the Golf Spotlight. I'm Ralph Irvin here in the Golf Shop studio, and today we are talking about the latest Apex irons from Callaway. You've heard the rave reviews, but here we are going to get inside. Before we do that and get into the clubs, I ask you to click on the red subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you never miss an episode of the Golf Spotlight, and comment down below. How old is your current set of irons? Is it time for a replacement? Let us know. But now, let's get to these clubs as we are joined once again by Callaway Product Marketing Manager Tyler Sheen. Tyler, you have an all-new family of Apex irons for 2021, and they are geared to meet any golfer's needs.
You know, there's nothing quite like an Apex year. So, even us in the office, the giddiness level is amped up just a little bit more when new Apex irons come out. So, similar to previous Apex irons lines, you'll see an Apex 21, what some might call the normal Apex model, and an Apex Pro. But there's also a new member of the family, the Apex DCB standing for deep cavity back, that is a little bit larger, a little bit more forgiving. There's an Apex iron for everyone. There were some golfers out there that, always thought, gosh, I'd like to play an Apex iron. Not sure if I'm quite good enough. Well, that's no longer the case for those players, because you got three options that are all have that 100% forged body, classic, beautiful Apex feel. They all look killer, as you guys can see from the background behind me, and have all the ball speed and tech that you'd expect out of basically the iron that created the player's distance iron category. So AI designed flash face cups across each member of the line. Really cool. This year, the Apex Pro is a forged hollow body construction, which is something we haven't done before or have not been able to achieve before. Each one of those has a tungsten energy core. We can get into the amount of tungsten that these things have. We're talking about, at least in the Apex Pro, like up to 90 grams of tungsten in the 7-iron, which is an insane amount. And then, of course, you've got your urethane microspheres, which help you with that buttery, smooth Apex feel that everyone expects.
You mentioned the tungsten, and it is there in each of these models. The energy core is really going to send the ball flying.
Yeah, so that is essentially the way that we're able to get the CG throughout each iron in the set, and it's unique for each iron to be hitting the launch and spin window that you would be expecting. Each one of these irons has a specified amount of tungsten. In the Apex 21, it's up to 5 times the amount of tungsten throughout the set as was used in Apex 19. You're going to see tremendous ball speed, but you're also going to see these irons hitting that launch and spin window that you'd expect.
Each one of these models will have a different look to it, with a progressively thinner sole as you go from game improvement and into the player's category.
Starting with the standard model there, you got what we would call a standard amount of offset. Looks, something that you would expect given previous Apex models. Kind of a moderate sole width, moderate size head shape. It is the iron that invented that player's distance category. If we don't like to put a handicap range on it, but if you were to do that, you'd call it your 5 to 15 handicap there. And then, of course, everyone knows about the Apex Pro. That's your less offset. That's your narrower sole width. That's your thin top line, compact head shape. You'll see players, all the way down from a +5 to a 5 handicap that are gaming these. And then the DCB iron, there's some overlap in terms of a player profile. You sole width for that better turf interaction. You got a slightly oversized head shape. And it really is more geared towards that game improvement side of the spectrum.
If people want more information about the entire family of Apex irons to really understand the differences before they get fit, where should they go?
They can go to CallawayGolf.com, and you nailed it, Ralph. Definitely recommend going getting fit. Not only are there these 3 individual Apex models, but you can combo set these out in 4 unique ways. So definitely go get fit. These are in stores. Yeah, go check out CallawayGolf.com/Apex for all the info.
Tyler, thanks for taking the time to join us once again.
Awesome. Thanks, Ralph.
We want to thank Tyler Sheehan for joining us here on the Golf Spotlight. Once again, please click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss one of our exclusive features. Have a question? Leave a comment down below. We always reply. Follow us on Twitter at Golf Spotlight. Get the latest from us on Instagram at The Golf Spotlight. And listen to the Range podcast, where we hear the stories behind some of the great equipment innovations from over the years. Finally, we want to thank you for joining us here on the Golf Spotlight, where we continue to give you the information that you need for your next golf purchase.